So today is Saturday and it's the 4th of April. It's 9:30 already in the morning. I have been up since about 6:30. I got out of bed. I'm really pleased about that. I actually went to bed last night around 11 o'clock. I was so exhausted. I just conked out. I even forgot to take my medications last night, so that's not good. But on the other hand, I did have a nap yesterday. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't falling off my feet, but I decided to go take a nap in any case. And I think that that's the key right now. That's what's going to really make a difference. So I think that what I'm going to be doing now is taking a nap, even if I'm not exhausted, going to sleep in the evening, and waking up fairly early in the morning if I can get it going. That would be great. I'm going to edit a video while eating my second serving. I'm going to show you of my soup. I made a pot of soup yesterday. I call it soup for couscous because you usually eat it with what we call couscous. It's a grain and you cook it, and I'm absolutely in love with couscous. And I didn't actually get around to making it, but I'm fine with just eating the vegetable soup. And this is the last serving I have of it. But I think I'm going to make a second pot today. I was a little bit surprised that I didn't have that much in the pot. So I'm just going to make that. That seems to be really working for me because it's really satisfying. It's really wholesome food. And although it's morning, why not? It's just a vegetable soup. It has pumpkin and sweet potato and potato. It has zucchini, cabbage, carrots, and chickpeas, but it starts off as a mixture of a little bit of celery, onion, and red pepper to give it the flavors going. So I'm going to make a second pot of that and have it going tonight. I'm going to eat this and try to edit another video. And I've actually woken up already. I swept the entire house. I washed the floors in my kitchen. I'm really impressed by myself for doing that. I can't wash all the floors at the same time because I have a bad back, so I can only do a little bit each time. So I did that. But I'm going to have a small walk today later on, and I'm going to take a nap at noon, and hopefully that's going to put me back on a good schedule. I feel really good. I feel really good. I just can't explain it. I mean, I'm not happy or excited about, but I'm okay, and I am looking forward to what life has to bring to me. I know it's a funny way of saying it because it's almost, I don't know, I guess I'm hopeful. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not that I'm excited to the future. I'm hopeful for the future. I think that's a good way of saying it. Yeah. So it's 12:30. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm organizing. I'm going through all my, I'm a planner girl, so, as well as a scrapbooker, but I decided to do some organizing because I have a whole bunch of things that are just kind of bothering me. So I put together all of my fitness refills together, figured out what exactly I have, because I have some middle pages, some end pages, I haven't been consistent about it, all kinds of stuff like that. So I took, so I put all that together and organized, and then I have a bunch of refill pages that are not, they don't have dates on them. I don't know if you can see this, but I don't know how you can tell how thick it is. So I can use these, and I'm actually using these days because I'm using my regular planner. My planner for this year is this guy, and I have a Franken planner, so I take out the months that I'm using, and then I put it into my Franken planner, which is this guy. So I'm just been organizing, so yeah, makes it, I think it's going to make things a lot better. I also have this planner for this year that I'm not using, but I relabel things in any case because I like my week to start on Sundays. But I want to be able to like manipulate and maybe make my own DIY stickers that look like this, so I could just I can keep it as it is. Keep the look. This is from the Amy Tan book box. It's pretty. Look at the discs. I know this is not interesting if you're not a planner. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. It's 12:30. I'm listening to a podcast. I like true crime podcasts, and I'm probably gonna go. I'm getting a little bit sleepy, and I keep reminding myself you don't have to be exhausted to actually go to sleep, and that's something that I have to keep reminding myself. So after exercising and actually doing 4,000 steps already, and I'll probably do something later on tonight. My goal this month was to do 6,500 steps a day, which I haven't reached yet, and it's already the 4th of the month, but I'm okay with that. In addition to also doing 3 to 5 times a week on the bicycle, which I'm up to 30 minutes, but I'm okay with also doing 20 if I don't feel. So I've done my 3 exercise bicycles. No, I've done 2, and today is Saturday, so I still have to do 1 today, but I'm getting up there. So exercise really, I think, really makes a difference. I think I keep reminding myself that the things that your body releases when you do exercise really is a natural boost for your mood and your mental health, and I think that that's something that we really need to remind ourselves. And although I don't have any goals, my goal is just to do it. It doesn't have to be a certain intensity or something like that, which is really important, especially when you have fibromyalgia. You really don't want to push it because then you're going to be sore and you're not going to be able to do anything. So really find what works for you, I think. I'm hoping to finish doing what I'm doing here. I still have to set up next month, but we'll see. What I will do is take a nap and maybe do this later after my nap. I also have to create I usually have a calendar that I create and I put on my board just to follow, the day and everything, but I'll probably do that later. I print out a very simple table on an A3 size piece of paper from my printer. So yeah, that's keeping me busy. So yeah, I'm gonna continue doing this for a while. This is making me happy. This is first of all, it's playing with planner stuff, and planner stuff are very, very colorful, as you can see. But it also it logs into organizing, which is another thing that I really like to do. So I'm really happy right now. Yes, I am. Good morning. It's the 6th of April. It's 6:30. I've been up since 4:30. I slept like 14 hours yesterday. I did not feel well. I was throwing up slightly, and I definitely have some kind of stomach bug. Well, not stomach bug. For me, it could just be my stomach doing its regular business. I am feeling better, that's for sure. And I just needed really to sleep yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment at the diabetic clinic yesterday. Took care of a few things. I also popped over to the grocery store to pick up a few more things that I was missing for Passover. And it was interesting because the grocery store was nearly empty. And the other thing that was very interesting was that they didn't let anybody in that didn't have a mask. They've come out with a recommendation to wear masks when you go out. I picked up a few masks the other day, as you saw, but they didn't let anybody in. Oh, it's not an obligation. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? Regulation. It's a recommendation. Okay, and because of that, also they are talking about lowering the prices of masks because you can't obligate. I guess that's the first step before actually putting it as an obligation for people. So they have to make them more widely available and cheaper because right now they're really expensive. So, yeah. My sugar was a little bit high. I've been having some problem with my continuous glucose monitoring system. It hasn't been working properly. So I've restarted it about 5 minutes ago. Oh, and that's after it started working. It's just giving me a lot of trouble. So I'm going to try to contact the rep today from Dexcom. Yes, that's That's my sensor. I'm also sitting down to eat a salad. I did eat something this morning, didn't I? Ooh, I know what I ate. I ate something totally evil. I ate pizza bread with chocolate spread in it, and then you toast it in the toaster, and it becomes warm and toasty and evil. That's what I had. I couldn't remember, but I had a taste in my mouth, and my brain wasn't working yet. So, yeah, I looked at the plate next to me. Now I'm sitting and eating my salad because that's what I really want to have. So, my salad today, it has many silverware apparently. It has tons of avocado on the side, which I'm really craving these days. It has a lemon to go with the avocado because that's the best way of eating it. I had another chunk of cheese, a cucumber, some salad seed mixture, mini croutons. It had a salad mix. It has cabbage and different kinds of lettuce and carrot in it, and then I added more lettuce to it. It has corn, and what else does it have in it? That's it, I think. Cucumber, I think I said. Oh, and some mushrooms, and that's my cat. I'm going to be adding to it. This comes with cheese in it, but I eat the cheese, but I always have some of the olive oil left, and it has all kinds of little seasonings and stuff in it, so I try to use it because, you know, chaval, a shame. So that's going to be my salad dressing. It's just seasoning and oil, basically. I don't put it over my avocado. I have a lot of ums this morning because my avocado gets treated separately with my fresh lemon and salt, because that's the best way to do it. They're talking about, I live in Ashkelon, and it's amazing how much people don't really take it into account or regard I'll rephrase that. It's amazing how much people disregard the rules here, and how many people are out and about every single day with their children and just, you know, totally careless. And then you have all these people who are getting mad at them, justifiably so. Why are you going out so much? Stay home. Well, stay home. It really pisses a lot of people off, and rightfully so. I mean, I go on my little walks because my back really is killing me, and after throwing up yesterday, even more so. And I go out to my doctor appointments, and when I'm out, I'll try to go over and pick up a few things that I need, because I'm trying not to panic shop anymore. And I've realized the way to do it is picking up a few items. So I pay 50 shekels, and that's it. And I usually do it over at the store that's like within the 100 meters from my home. So the little mini market, and that works fine. But the problem is, in addition to the fact that people totally disregard the rules, there also is a high number of people who have contracted coronavirus, people who have COVID-19 now in my city, which has a population, I think, of 130,000 people, and we have I don't know, close to 200 sick people inside the city. So, you know, come on, stay at home. So they're gonna, they started doing this. Bnei Brak was the first city that they had a real closing down the city, and they're gonna implement something between what we have right now all over the country, and halfway between that and what they have in Bnei Brak on 7 more cities and a few neighborhoods within Jerusalem, because they seem to have a very high rate of people that are getting sick. Most of those cities are very religious or ultra-Orthodox Jewish cities. Ashkelon is not. Ashkelon is just, again, people totally disregarding the rules, which is not surprising if you know this city. Again, it's not everybody in this city. I mean, I'm sitting put. My friends are sitting put. My friend is afraid even going downstairs, that she's allowed to do that, and to breathe a little bit of air. She doesn't have a balcony, okay? She can't sit on her balcony with her kids. But she doesn't even do that because it means going through the elevator in her building. I live in a house, so I can go straight up to the neighborhood. Might be that if I didn't have that, I would really consider going through the elevator. A lot of people are avoiding that altogether and just taking the stairs, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, that just shows you the level of anxiety some people have. So a few people really give a bad name to oldest city. So, I'm going to eat a huge salad. It has a lot of lettuce in it. And my beautiful avocado. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. And, by the way, finding this made me really happy yesterday. I stocked up on this because the expiration date is like 2 months. Well, actually, it's the end of the year, but it will last. It will last until after Passover, so I picked up a few. This, beyond the fact that it really is a good snack for me, it doesn't make my sugar levels rise because it's basically cheese and oil. It also has the seasoning, and it creates just a wonderful... Schmitty! He's supposed to cool down. I'm waiting for that to happen because he was a real pain. Back to the cheese. It makes me really happy. It's really tasty. It's not too expensive, but it's definitely a splurge item. Yesterday, because I haven't found it, the thing is, they don't have it everywhere you go, and they don't always have it. Especially now, you can't rely on things coming in stocks, really, as they're supposed to. But yesterday, I just sat and I had these 2 beautiful baskets of fresh mushrooms, the ones that are really small but really crunchy and really fresh. And just I ate all the cheese in here together with that. That was my lunch yesterday, and that made me so good. And if you're wondering, no, that's not what makes me throw up. What makes me throw up is migraines and stress and ketones and sugar problems. And it's not that stuff. That's just... Because if I was throwing up this stuff, I would definitely be traumatized for it for at least a week, I think. But right now, I'm really keen on having more. I'm just kind of trying to stretch it out a little bit. And also, I have some cheese I have to eat up in the next 4 days that will expire. So I'm working on that first. As I said, this is the block of cheese I have here. So I'm going to eat my salad. I am thinking about going and doing a little walk, because yesterday I didn't do anything, and I just had about 1,000 steps put in from just going out to the doctor's appointment, just doing my little grocery round. But I'm going to try to put in some steps. Today is Monday morning. Saturday was the first day since I started that I've actually put a little bit over the minimum of steps that I want to put in, which is 6,500 steps a day, and I put in 67 and 29 steps that day. I don't walk around with my phone all around the house. There may be maybe just a couple more hundreds that steps, but I don't regard that. I don't count that. I never count that when I do steps. So it's still the 6th of April. My friend just sent me a link. What they do here especially when it first started, we had very few, can't breathe, COVID-19 patients. They would do what's called an epidemiological epidemiological investigation, and published the places that the people who are suspected for being sick have been. So, can't breathe. My friend just sent me. I've gone out of the house very little this past, month, and especially these past 3 weeks. And my friend just sent me. Anyways, I don't remember which day I went out, because it's not a matter of I've been in so many places that I can't remember where I've been. It's more the fact that, what day is it today? What day did I go out? That. Okay. So, I think I need to keep an actual track of where I've been when, but I also have to download some of my vlog material, and I think that's the way of knowing, because there's one specific one that I have to check when I bought my masks, because there was somebody there for half an hour at the same drugstore as me, but I don't know if it's in the same day that I was there, so I have to go and check that now. So that should be lovely. And the deal is that if you've been in a place, if you crisscrossed with somebody like that, you're supposed to inform the health administration online. They have a site for it. That's how it works in Israel, at least. You go online and you tell them that you are quarantined, and then you're supposed to stay for 14 days. after you're supposed to stay quarantined for 14 days after the day that you initially had contact or supposedly crisscrossed with this individual who you have no idea who it is, and if you develop any symptoms while you're in that period, I can't speak, and if during those 14 days you develop any symptoms, then you contact health. I don't know how you call it in English, they're the emergency department, basically, for medical associated stuff. In the States, for instance, you have 911, which is one call center for anything that has to do from fire department, police, and medical services. In Israel, for some reason, those three services are split into three different numbers, which is kind of stupid. And there's other emergencies, one for the electricity company, and there's one for anything that's municipal. So it's really stupid. Anyways, I'm going to go check now and see if I was there. Which is, life is weird right now, really weird.